Dear students, in previous class we have studied introduction, applications and nomenclature of aldehydes and ketones. So in today's class we are going to learn the structure and bonding of aldehydes and ketones. By the way, I am Dr. Umesha B, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, JSS Arts, Science and Commerce College, Gokak. So, the carbon oxygen double bond in aldehydes and ketones are similar to the carbon carbon double bond in alkenes. Here, both the carbon and oxygen of carbonyl group are sp2 hybridized. One sp2 orbital of carbon overlap with a sp2 orbital of oxygen to form a sigma bond, while the p orbitals of the two atoms overlap in a sideway fashion to form a pi bond. Therefore, a carbonyl double bond is made up of one sigma bond and one pi bond. So all the three sp2 orbitals of carbon forms sigma bonds. On the other hand, only one sp2 orbital of oxygen forms a sigma bond, and uh, the two unused p orbitals forms pi bonds. Since the electronegativity of oxygen is much higher than that of the carbon, the pi electron cloud is displaced towards the oxygen. So this causes net polarization of the bond. Here the carbon becomes slightly positive and oxygen slightly negative. Oxygen becomes slightly negative. Hence, the carbonyl carbon is a electrophilic center, that is Lewis acid, and carbonyl oxygen is a nucleophilic center, that is Lewis base. So, the structure of the carbonyl compounds accounts for their high dipole moment. Totally, the structure of the carbonyl compounds account for their high dipole moment. Therefore, the electron diffraction and spectroscopic studies reveals that the carbon, oxygen and other two atoms or groups attached to carbonyl carbon lie in same plane and have bond angles roughly 120 degree. So let us move on to the preparation of aldehydes and ketones. Firstly, we are going to practice the preparation of aldehydes. So in your syllabus, preparation of aldehydes and ketones from acyl chlorides and from nitriles. So when you come to the preparation of aldehydes, when acyl chloride or acid chloride is hydrogenated over catalyst palladium and barium sulfate, this reaction is called Rosenmund reaction. So in this reaction what happened? Acyl chloride or acid chloride is hydrogenated over catalyst in the presence of palladium and barium sulfate. It produces the aldehydes. It produces the aldehydes. So what happened? Normally the aldehyde formed could be reduced to a primary alcohol. But the presence of barium sulfide poisons the palladium catalyst, which is deactivated. So therefore, the presence of barium sulfate will not permit the further reduction of all aldehyde product to the primary alcohol. So here what happened? The presence of barium sulfate does not permit the further reduction of aldehydes. And moreover, the formaldehyde cannot be made by this method because formal chloride is very unstable and at ordinary temperature. Next, the preparation of aldehydes from nitriles. Nitriles are reduced to corresponding imine with stannous chloride in the presence of hydrochloric acid, which on hydrolysis give corresponding aldehyde. This reaction is called Stephan reaction. So in Stephan reaction, what happened is the alkane nitriles are first reduced in ether solution by hydrogen chloride gas and stannous chloride at room temperature. So it produces aldimine hydrochloride product. So this aldimine hydrochloride produced is filtered off and hydrolyzed with warm water, and finally it produces the aldehydes. So this method is not applicable to synthesis of ketones. So alternatively, aldehydes can be prepared from nitriles by your by using diisobutyl aluminum hydride, that is dibol H. So in this reaction what happened is nitriles are selectively reduced by dibol H to imines followed by hydrolysis to give aldehydes. Next, preparation of ketones from acyl chlorides and from nitriles. So preparation of ketones from acyl chloride. In this reaction what happened is, since organocadmium compound does not react further with ketone to form alcohols, so we are going to prepare the uh, cadmium chloride or dialkyl cadmium or organocadmium by the reaction of cadmium chloride with Grignard reagent. So when acyl chloride on treatment with organocadmium, it produces the corresponding ketones. So here why we are using dialkyl cadmium? So because the organocadmium compound do not react further with the ketone product to form alcohols. And the preparation of ketones from acyl chloride with benzene are substituted benzenes. When benzene or substituted benzene is treated with acid chloride in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, it affords the corresponding ketone. This reaction is known as Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So in Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction, what happened is the benzene aromatic ring, the benzene or substituted benzene is reacted with acyl chlorides or acid chlorides in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. It produces the corresponding ketones. This reaction is known as Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So next, the preparation of ketones from nitriles. So treating a nitrile with Grignard reagent followed by the hydrolysis yields a ketone. When nitrile is reacted with Grignard reagent, it produces an intermediate. So this intermediate followed by hydrolysis. This intermediate is hydrolyzed, then it produces the final ketone product. Finally, ketone product. Therefore, when nitrile, substituted nitrile react with the Grignard reagent followed by the hydrolysis, finally it produces the corresponding ketones. This is all about the preparation of aldehydes and ketones and the structure and bonding of aldehydes and ketones. Thank you. Thank you all.